Not on no more, is it? Oh, Jesus and Mary Joseph. You fucking cunt, you get in me taxi cab and I take you round.
I don't know what that is, but you can do it in my butt. In my butt. Right?
Hello and welcome to Idiots with Instruments, the show that follows the band Red Hot Rebellion as we write and record our new album from start to finish. This is the show that takes a licking and we keep on ticking. I'm Jim Tramontana, bassist and lead vocalist of Red Hot Rebellion.
I'm Doug Spencer, and I'm drinking fizzy water.
Oh, nice. I am Andris Rebellion, and I'm doing the same. I'm also tooling around on the drums.
Yeah, you play the drums.
Yeah, diddling them.
Kicking it on the
diddle 'em.
1, 2s, 3s, and 4s.
Yeah. And I also do vocals sometimes.
Yeah, singing the vocals. So, how's everybody doing today? Doing a little,
Doing
Good.
okay.
doing a little fancy pantsing here and
Yeah.
there. Hither and yon.
Yes.
Hither and yon.
Yes.
That's a good phrase.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Hither and yon. So last week we were talking about a lot of shit about pre-production,
Yeah.
but we didn't play any songs.
We
Right.
did none
we
of the
did zero
pre-production.
Zero pre-production.
Yeah. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super hypocritical last
Well,
week.
that's 50% is,
Talking
about
the
it.
mental aspect.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Preparing
'Cause if
ourselves
you don't
mentally.
know what you're doing,
Yeah.
then you're not probably going to do it.
Then you're screwed. So, I'm not really sure when this is going to air, but we've been preparing for our St. Patrick's Day gig
Right.
Yeah.
on March 17th, which
Yep.
is, as you know, St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
That's 10
That's coming up
days.
10 days from now. So this will probably air a little after that. So hopefully we're still live because it's St. Patrick's Day on a Saturday
Right.
Yeah.
in the Oregon
something could
district.
happen.
Yeah. We're going to wear kilts, which I know is mostly Scottish, but fuck you, it's all Celtic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
fine.
I mean, it's
The-
all Celts.
yeah,
I have
we're-
Irish and Scottish in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. Just the good half.
Yeah. So,
Right now.
bit.
says screw you.
Just right
yeah,
now.
in me.
Yeah, in you right now. Yeah, worst that's going to happen is their dongs are probably going to get grabbed by drunk gentlemen and gentlewomen.
Yes. And transgendered.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
We don't discriminate. We don't want people to grab our junk.
Right.
I do remember getting hit
Yeah.
in the crate. So,
The creech.
So I'll be wearing
Good
my
old-
sporin, which is the
Yeah.
fanny pack,
Right.
this Celtic
Oh, yeah,
fanny
yeah.
pack.
Yeah, right.
A sporn?
It's called a sporin.
Okay.
It's a man purse.
How do
It's
you
the
spell that?
SPORRAN. Sporin.
Wow.
Sporan. Okay.
Yeah.
That,
I think.
that is correct, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big. Yeah, we're big
You will
spelling bee
advance to the
gamblers.
next round. yeah.
So that is basically, it's a little purse that you
Okay.
wear
Right.
around your waist.
Well, and
Gentleman's purse.
I
Oh,
yeah.
fanny pack.
Yeah,
not a
I don't have
sporan.
to worry about being grabbed because I'm smooth like Ken doll down there.
That's right.
I know from experience you are not.
Transitioning is going well.
Yeah. All my children are adopted, or we found them. We found them. Yeah.
So
Kids,
so
don't
yes.
move close to the railroad tracks. You'll pick up all sorts of unwanted things.
Yeah, so in lieu of like writing new stuff, we've been practicing songs we haven't been playing in a while. This is like
Yeah.
our first show in a while.
Yeah.
We're getting back into the swing of things. But I was thinking maybe we could try playing the new one this eve. I don't know. We're here.
Yeah, we
we
could
got
probably
instruments.
try it. Yeah.
We're idiots.
My amp's turned on right now. It's
Your amp
crazy.
is on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so,
great. You've already eliminated 90% of your pedals
That's right.
Yeah, I mean,
or whatever. That's probably a very inaccurate percentage, but I'm just eyeballing it. From
I'm not
here, it
so-
all looks like blurry shapes. to me.
yeah, and I'm not so good with counting, so I don't know what 90% really looks like.
Yeah.
Like maybe if you showed me like what it looks like on a circular pizza or like a cake,
Like a
Ooh,
pie chart. Yeah,
Yeah.
pie.
That's what we need, visuals.
We just need
That are
cake
actually
and
food.
pie and pizza, so we can just eat.
Yeah.
How many
So-
pizza slices is this?
So if you guys want to send us pizzas
Yeah.
and cakes and
Yeah.
pies,
Absolutely.
we're down for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, you have a dry erase board. You could draw stuff.
Nah,
for it.
that's not as fun.
Yeah.
I could, but
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
folks at home couldn't see it.
Oh, well.
Not that they need to.
Yeah,
true.
but one of these days we are going to do something with video. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it's gonna be- it's gonna
we
be
got the
awesome.
old. Here's something to talk about briefly. Is the website idiotswithinstruments.com basically just goes to our Patreon page. And if you're familiar with Patreon, it's like you kick in a couple bucks here, every so often, and you get shit.
Right.
So that's and we'll have all our episodes there. They'll all be free forever, so you never have
Good
to pay
shit,
us
too.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of cool
Yeah,
stuff.
Not
like-
no lame-o stuff.
it
It's
ain't
good
nah,
stuff.
it's cool stuff.
Premium.
But one of the things Patreon has now is this thing called Lens, which is kind of like Facebook Live or Instagram Live and
yeah,
shit.
cool.
Lens.
Lens.
So
Lens.
it's their like live streaming platform built straight into Patreon. So I'm thinking one of these days
Oh, so it's
we could use that.
we could use that.
It's
yeah.
like some of those websites that I visit that I pay them to do stuff.
Right.
Just
yeah.
like that.
We'll be like
Except
that.
for it's legitimate.
Or like, yeah. Or like
guess
sometimes you go to a store and there's a person in a box. We're like that person
Oh, yeah.
in the
What-
box.
those kind of stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Box
Wait.
people
Box
stores. People stores.
Are you talking about the one where I put the quarters in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought he was talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, either
They
that.
have the glass that slide up so I can
Yeah.
see.
Yeah,
Like the
either
Madonna
that
video.
Or like where
Does that open my heart?
there's just
Open my heart, I'll make you love me. Was that one?
Yeah. No. I don't know.
So
I'm thinking
shift-
of Pat Benatar.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
I like Pat Benatar.
yeah.
But that's
No,
but there's no sliding glass in that. But they were professionals in that video. I
Yeah,
think.
Were
nice.
they?
I
don't
think they
remember.
were trying to be like they were. Remember there was.
a battlefield.
See, and that can be part of our video.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah. We could reenact famous female-led rock and roll songs
Oh,
of the
man.
past.
Yeah.
That
Or we could
song's
just do it
fantastic.
Beavis and Butthead style.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we could
yeah.
be
Just
watching the video.
Just make fun of it.
Sit
Right,
on a
make
couch. Yeah.
Yeah. That works.
Yeah.
So
We got a nice couch we could sit on.
yeah, there's a nice couch
Right.
down the back. So what? Okay, beyond playing music, which none of us seem to have our instruments in our hands at the moment, so we're not in any danger of
We just spent 5 minutes
talking about
Pat
stuff.
Benatar and Madonna.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with those.
We could
See,
spend
here I
longer
go again. Sorry, Jim.
talking about
No,
those,
I mean,
those ladies.
Steer us back on course.
Yeah.
all right. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today is I found some ridiculous bullshit on the internet as I was googling around as I want to
Plenty
do.
of it on there.
Yeah.
And I won't mention the website, although if people bug me enough, I'll post a link. But I don't want to spread more negativity on the internet. But this came across an article called 10 Ridiculous Songwriting Tips That Actually Work. And I wanted to present them to you,
Oh,
my
sweet.
bandmates,
Ah,
and see
awesome.
what you thought about them.
Okay.
Okay, so
So are we basically just seeing how many of these things we do?
we're seeing it. If anyone in their goddamn right mind would ever do any of this shit.
Okay.
So, step one, play 5 radios at once. You might want to do this one when no one else is home, or at least keep the volume low. It'll definitely cause your friends to ask if everything's okay. But it really works.
What?
I think it's a kind of a cool idea.
Really, supposedly Tom Waits does it
Well,
What is,
and
what
I
is
will,
this for?
and I it
to
just.
spurn your creativity.
But
I
I
guess.
will tell you, I was reading an article way back in the day when Scott Weiland was alive,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the DeLong, how do you say the dude
The
the guitar
DeLeon.
DeLeon
Yeah.
The
the brothers
Yeah,
right
yeah.
the brothers.
the Bros. Yeah.
They were talking about they wrote like the majority of their or of the maybe Tiny Music one that album spurred off of hearing like a radio someplace else in the house, and they were
Like
like
just
"Oh,
far
that's-
away?"
That's a song, and
Huh.
that's what they did.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
So
it's
Doug says not bullshit.
right.
it is not.
That's
bullshit.
interesting. To
Yeah.
me, that sounds like a workaround for like plagiarism.
well, the thing was is that I think they even named what songs that they came
Kind
up
of
with
were-
out of that,
right.
And it was like the stuff that was on the radio was like something completely different.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
I mean,
and
was
then
it-
after reading that though, what's been interesting is that's like buried in my psyche, and I've
Yeah.
thought that before. Like I've heard something, and I'd be like, what the hell is that? And I thought would be thinking about like a riff or something, and then been like, oh, that's something completely
else.
different.
I mean, I guess the same feel or conjures the same, like in feel. I mean, I do that with like lyrical rhythms a lot of times. Like for some reason, my go-to rhythm is "Rock of Ages" by Def Leppard. Oh. So like anytime I'm temping in lyrics, it's always like rise up, gather round, rock this place to the ground, burn it up, let's go for broke. Watch the night go up in smoke. Rock on now,
rock on,
drive me crazy, yeah.
Just so like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like almost every one of our songs on, I think, The Mission
is like that.
Started out with Rock of Ages as temporary lyrics.
So when you play The Mission in another room,
play definitely
Rock of Ages at the same time.
Yeah.
On a
That's Pyromania. Play the
just a loop of Rock of Ages.
The entire Pyromania album.
So
over and over again.
So we've debunked that.
So at least one of us has.
Yeah.
Right. I wonder if you could get a similar effect instead of listening to 5 radios at once by like putting some sort of filter over it or like muffling it significantly, like throwing over pillows just on one radio.
I mean, I guess the idea is to just stimulate your brain and have it be like without a filter. Like when you're listening to music, your brain's working a little.
Yeah.
It knows what to expect, especially if it's a song you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you listen to like Mars Volta or something.
Yeah.
Or,
that shit's
like
crazy.
Animals as leaders.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is cool. That's cool shit. That's jazz, baby. Mm-hmm. Jazz.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
All right. So this next one.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think it's bullshit. Doug might think it's not. Number 2.
That's great.
Look. A nice number 2 in the morn. Everybody does it, and you do feel so much better afterwards. Number 2. Look out the window for a really long time.
Who's writing this?
I'm not going to say the author.
I mean, it depends on what you're looking out at, but I guess like a lot of people draw inspiration from nature sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, but okay. So what does he define as a really long time? Let's read. Let's read what he says. The small room that I make music. This guy's personal anecdote. The small room I make music in has a skylight. The view is quite limited, just a small blue square with the occasional cloud, bird, or airplane. Okay. But I think I learned more about my own process from that small blue square than any guide, walkthrough, or manual could ever teach me. It lets me think clearly. Well, okay, so it works for this guy.
Right.
That's cool.
Which is cool. It doesn't even need to be a window either. Just something silent to stare at, like a tropical aquarium or a nice piece of art.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's saying like quiet your mind.
Right. Like something that would put you in a
meditative state.
Say that's meditative.
Yeah. Like I know, like for me, like my rock room is a little basement room. There's no fucking windows down here, and sometimes it makes me crazy. That's why I have shit literally everywhere on every corner of the walls because it keeps my brain stimulated.
It looks great.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah. I think maybe focusing on something in a meditative state would probably help me to write more wuss rock.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it depends. I mean, there's that Simpsons episode where Bart got very good at miniature golfing by thinking about if a tree falls in a wood, if it makes a sound.
Right.
Like the meaning of sound.
Right.
Lisa tried to get him with the one hand clapping, but he almost immediately debunked that.
Yes. The Zen of Simpsons.
Yeah.
I mean, that's everything's valid, man. There's no judgment here. Although that's kind of the premise of this whole bit, me judging this article.
Right.
Well, I mean, we're just kind of talking about it. And
all right. Maybe I've judged harshly. I'll be the first to admit that I may be wrong. But so we.
I don't think you're wrong.
We agree with both of these. Maybe it's just the headlines I find a little silly. So here's another one. Don't talk for the entire day. Just listen.
That's kind of interesting.
I was waiting for everyone to just not talk for the rest of the episode. You fucked it up.
Sorry.
We could have written the best song ever.
Not anymore.
Yeah. So he's like, it says, take a temporary oath of silence. Your songwriting will thank you. A whole day a whole day might be a bit much. Besides, you have to talk to lay down the earth-shattering vocals of pure genius. Now that's true, but That's a cumbersome sentence. I'm not going to critique this dude's writing, but
Right.
I guess another thing, just quiet your mind, listen to the world.
Yeah.
But okay, that's kind of. So how do we feel about that one, Doug? You're awfully quiet. Are you writing music?
Yeah, I was thinking I'll give it a shot.
Okay, now this one I endorse. Number 4, set an absurd time limit. We've done this. Me and Andris recorded an entire album in one day from start to fucking finish with no planning, no prep. Just did it, and it's beautiful, and it's a piece of shit. But we did it.
I feel like if we had spent... So, I think that's a great idea for, like, an initial first write. Like, with that album, I think if we wrote all the songs in that one day, and then we spent some time, like, kind of polishing them up, I think that album would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
It's really good for what
pretty
it
good
is.
for what it is.
Absolutely.
He's talking about the world famous $50 famous album, Lower Your Standards.
Yeah.
Lower Your Standards by $50 Famous was written and recorded all in one day with absolutely no preparation. It's on iTunes now.
Yeah.
And
I like to
Spotify.
read it as such. $50 Famous lowers your standards.
So, like, with this guy saying that, like, Diamonds by Rihanna was written by Sia in 14 minutes, which that's a fucking great song. But Sia's, like, a fucking genius as far as I'm concerned. But
Well, that's...
Yeah, they were probably staring out the window and not talking for a day.
she's also Australian.
Yeah.
And who knows what kind of peyote they got over there.
She
the
also
water
writes
goes-
a fuckload of songs.
Yeah.
The water goes down backwards.
Yeah.
There too.
Yeah.
But when you milk a cow, do you milk it backwards? But yet I
I feel a
digress.
song coming on.
Oh, good.
So, I mean, we haven't set an absurd... For us, I think it might be a little bit of an absurd time limit, saying that we're going to write and record this album by September.
Yeah.
Most people would say, you're fucked. Of course you can do that.
Yeah.
But you don't know us.
Well, that's what this is about.
Right.
You can see that we spend a long time kind of perfecting or whatever, like writing. We'll write something and then we'll spend a long time
Not writing it.
right. Well, like just playing it and trying to make
Yeah.
it as good as we think
Yeah.
we can.
Polishing that turd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so onward. This one's a little silly. Open your piano roll, grab a pen tool, and MIDI scribble. So he's saying, like, open up your DAW and just fucking randomly put notes. That sounds kind of dumb to me. I don't know.
I think when I was first starting to learn play guitar, because I can't read music, I would do tablature like that.
Yeah.
And I'd be like in school, like instead of paying attention, I'd be like,
Randomly
we're gonna
writing.
put this note or this number on this line, and then when I get home, I'm gonna try it and see what it sounds like.
Was anything
It was
good?
fucking awful.
Yeah, every time. Fucking
It was
awful.
Yeah, that's like freeform jazz, right?
Pretty much. I mean, it just was like a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and then I
Right.
was like, this
Because
is
it's all
not
about
so
the
good.
relation of one note to another and the timing
Yeah.
between it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what, you know.
Which
Music
yeah.
music is like time traveling, really,
It is.
because the note that you play after the note you've just played colors both notes in your
Right.
brain.
right.
And then there's just that for
Yeah.
the entirety of the song.
Yeah, it's just
Start to finish.
Yeah, and then
Just like that.
Yeah, and then ultimately you've got the influence of Western music on you, no matter
right.
what.
There's only
Right.
so many notes, the
Yeah.
chromatic scale. and-
Exactly.
Yeah.
And especially
Yeah.
if you're in this hemisphere, you know, and grown up
Yeah.
like
For sure.
in, you know, around other humans, and
not in the woods.
Yeah.
not in the woods,
Raised by
you've
wolves.
heard music. So.
Yeah, yeah, you've
Yes.
heard Western music.
Yeah, I mean, people buy Kenny G albums, so you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, not
Fuck
that
yeah,
Kenny
they
G's
do.
bad, but
So here's another one. So we think that one's bullshit. Okay, so write this one. I subscribe to. Write as few lyrics as possible. That's kind of my philosophy.
That's basically keep
Yeah.
it simple.
Yeah, let's keep
It
it
is.
simple. That's
It
rule
is.
number 1 of Red Hot Rebellion. So
is.
we're down with that one.
yeah, because you can say a lot with few words,
Right.
And,
As
it's
long
all-
as they're the right words.
well, and it's all in the performance too. Like I think you
Right.
could say, because I mean, honestly, I don't pay attention to vocalists No offense, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. A lot of people
there's,
don't.
I mean, there's some vocalists that catches my ear. And I'm like, oh, they've got a really nice voice, but I have no idea what they're saying.
Right.
So that,
And I'm a singer, and I do that. I don't know the words to any fucking songs, including our own.
Yeah.
Like I have to remember our songs all the time.
I think there's some video or somebody does a thing someplace where it's like the most
Misunderstood lyrics.
Like,
excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Yeah, and it's
wrapped up like a douche.
it's pretty fun.
Yeah, so this guy's saying that Love Me Do by the Beatles has 19 words in it. That sounds like a lot to me. So,
Yeah.
We're
also not the Beatles.
Yeah. Very true.
But there are very few bands that are that.
Right, but there's the whole. It's not so much what they're saying, but it's catchy. It's easy. You can grasp it. The hook,
Right.
The hook is the whole.
Yeah.
It's the whole song.
Whole song.
Yeah, the whole song is the
Absolutely.
chorus.
Yeah. So.
Well, I think that's like modern pop
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, well, and that's what the
Oh, yeah.
Beatles
A lot
were.
of it is-
They were just pop
Absolutely.
music back then. Now we call it classic rock.
Right.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Put a lid on it, it says. Infinity exists. The only proof you need is a blank DAW. There's infinite VST plugins, infinite effects, infinite processing. But infinity isn't always a good thing. So this is basically saying, don't stop dicking with your music. I guess this is
Put a limit
yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
So keep it simple.
Keep it
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
Another keep it simple.
Okay.
When it's done, it's done. When
Knock
it's
it
good,
off.
it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I've done this. Like when we're in the studio, I'm like, let's try adding all this crazy fucking percussion
Right.
or like 19 keyboard parts, and
Right.
and we try it, and it's like that sounds like shit.
Well,
We're like, hey, let's all get in a room and clap.
Right.
And I'm like, nope, sounds stupid.
Who doesn't typically have like 19 keyboardists in their band? You
I know.
That's true.
I don't want to hear that band that doesn't have
Yeah.
that.
All right, this one's weird. Cut your lyrics into a million pieces. I'm not even going to fucking deal with that one.
That as a sentence doesn't really make any sense.
You
I'm
mean
not
like-
even going to describe it.
Like how a
serial
ransomist-
kill- yeah.
A
So he's saying-
ransomist puts together a note.
Right.
Is that what they're calling a ransomist?
Yeah.
Yep. I think so.
I
Now
just
you
made
know
that shit
why,
up.
like, I brought this to the table. There's a lot of crazy shit in this article. This guy may be a ransomist. So,
But remember when we were talking about Glenn Danzig and his lyrics and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Like,
they are odd.
What
yeah.
if that's what he did?
In the Eyes of Tiger.
He was reading this.
Yeah.
We are
maybe.
138. What the
Yeah.
fuck does that mean?
What
We
is-
are
what's a
138.
I feel like
the
Anthony
Eyes of
Kiedis is very
Tiger.
much like
Yeah.
that also.
Who knows?
It's time to be an android, not a man, or some. That might be wrong. I
see,
don't
that
know.
all
Something about
makes
androids
sense,
and
right?
men.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the eyes of Tiger. What? Who's Tiger?
Tony?
Tony the Tiger. They're great.
He's like. He's
He
like
did-
eating
he-
some Frosted Flakes.
Glenn
thinking
does
about,
like
I need to write
cartoons.
some lyrics.
I can see him too.
Like,
In the eyes of Tiger. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why he's.
brutal as fuck.
Yep.
All right, set up a reward system. Okay, that's always a good plan for
That's
anything.
good for
Explain that
any
to
goal.
me.
Okay, so he says when Brian Wilson was struggling with his own songwriting, among other things. Why you got a dog on Brian Wilson? He had some problems. Okay, anyway, he was reportedly rewarded with cheeseburgers for every song he wrote. Now that's something I can get down on.
Yeah.
Y'all give me some cheeseburgers up in this bitch, and I'll write some shit.
Huh.
It goes on to say Brian's system was pretty extreme. I don't think that's extreme at all. But the concept is really smart. Writing songs is tough. Yes, it is. If there's a piece of gear that you're eyeing or a new studio toy you want, tell yourself that you have to write 5 songs before you even think about buying it. This will give you something to work towards beyond the satisfaction of being finished with a song, which is pretty great reward in itself. Yeah, I think like when we finish a song and we like it, that's a fucking great reward because we're like, yeah, it's my favorite song. And every song on the last album, I thought that, and now I hate a lot of them. But very soon, well, no, today I do.
Hate him.
All right, that's extreme. I don't know.
Excuse me.
I just hate that I forgot them. That's what I hate.
That's fine. It's
I
been a
don't-
while.
I don't know about the reward system.
Yeah, I mean that's silly.
Kinda, I think if you're gonna do the reward system, you should go buy the shit that you want to get, so you'll be inspired
yeah.
to write better stuff or new stuff.
Right.
Hence,
for equipment like
and
that.
see last episode when Doug spoke
Yeah.
about his Metropolis amplifier for an hour.
Obviously, that's. I mean, because if you've got good tone,
Yeah.
That's inspiring.
It is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
exactly. Like that's like when I'm noodling around doing my own shit in the basement here. Like I'm just looking for tones and stuff, and then those sounds will produce something else.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
I know for me, like even like using different, not even necessarily like a different kit, but rearranging how I have my shit set up, that totally changes how I.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like what, like that inspires me in different ways.
Or sitting backwards.
Right. Yeah.
Sitting.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
like on a chair.
Yeah.
Like with the back here.
Yeah,
and
the
then
back up to your
I'd
face.
Straddle it.
Yeah, yeah. Like
and lean over it with like a backwards hat on.
Yes.
Like that. That inspires me.
Yeah.
To be a cool guy.
Yeah. That sounds beautiful. Then number 10 was the Mozart effect. Basically, listen to fucking Mozart because he's a genius. Okay, great. Mozart is awesome. It puts your mind in a great place. Classical music is cool.
Yeah.
But for my money, I think I'd rather listen to Angel of Death or something like that.
Yeah. That's
Or-
interesting. It's funny to me how like Mozart was very talented, but it's funny to me how he's automatically equated with like genius and like good writing because like he didn't really give a he was the equivalent of like the garbage pop
Of
like,
his
he was-
day.
Yeah,
But he
just,
was
like,
very prolific.
He was very
And-
prolific, but he didn't have any feeling to like his music. He didn't care about his shit. He
Well,
was
isn't
just
that
like,
the mark of a great artist?
No.
Like you,
I feel like it's way better if you put a piece of yourself in your art instead of just pumping out garbage. That's what I think.
I guess, yeah, but I don't know where to answer that. Go to
Yeah,
this one.
I think my argument would be that maybe he was pumping out garbage and maybe didn't care, but at the same time, I would say I don't know.
Have you ever fucking seen Amadeus?
Yeah.
That guy cared.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that
he
is
could just
90%
Yeah.
fabricated.
I know it's all made up shit. but
Yeah.
he was also funny and made fart jokes,
Right.
which I
I feel like
yeah.
if you're going to go for like well-renowned artists, Beethoven is a much better example of somebody who actually gave a shit about their craft.
Sure.
And like was
okay.
very smart and
Right.
put out
Beethoven's
feeling
cool
music.
too.
Handle.
Yeah, Messiah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I mean.
Yeah,
Classics. The
Yeah.
classics of the classics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ronnie Dames Gio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't speak
Don't
today.
get me wrong. I like a lot of Mozart too.
Yeah.
Bach.
But
Yeah.
Bach.
it's funny to me that he's like the
With
go-to.
no Bach, there wouldn't be Yngwie. So.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there
Paganini.
wouldn't be no "Lick My
Paganini.
Love Pump" by Nigel Tufnell.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Lick My Love Pump. So, as a whole, these 10 suggestions, what do you say? Bullshit or not bullshit? What say you, Dougie?
I'm going to say not bullshit.
Okay. How about you, Fistful of Dollars?
I would say half and half.
Yeah.
About there's a mix. There's some stuff in there that was not bullshit.
You got to show me a pie chart again, don't you?
Yeah. Half and half.
What's 50%?
I don't have any pie. This is bullshit.
All right. Next time, bring pie.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Punch and pie. I thought there was there's always good things to be found in anything, but I thought a lot of it was silly. But my man definitely, he put it right in the title, 10 ridiculous songwriting tips, and I say 70% were ridiculous.
Yeah.
But there's always a nugget of wisdom in everything, so
Yeah. Different strokes for different
different,
folks.
yeah, exactly. But on my show notes, it says this ridiculous bullshit in the link.
Oh. Well,
So
there you go.
that's how I was feeling earlier. Now
Yeah.
that talking it out, I wouldn't call it bullshit,
I
but
think
I'd still call it ridiculous.
I think a lot of those, like if I had read all of those just like by myself without really thinking about it, I would have been like, this is ludicrous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now Ludacris, that motherfucker can rap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dirty South.
Yes.
Represent.
Yeah. Represent.
All right, so what do you say we so we could either, all right, I'm going to give you guys a choice. Do you either want to do Get to Know Ya or do you want to play some fucking music?
Can we do both?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's play some fucking music.
Yeah. Okay. And then we'll
Angels,
get to
right?
know.
Yeah. Say it from the top. All right, I'm going to do this. Yo, yo, yo. Okay, so I'm going to try singing with it, too. Or at least mumbling. Mumble singing. All right. I said, I know a little Betty. She said, the moment no right. She said, it hard to do right. But I learned about my think about my live, I'm bound to now. Yo, baby, give me the right. Yo, said the morning, no doubt of it. Well, baby, don't be no right. They said it's coming on right of it. Well, baby, don't be no right. They said it's coming on right of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm only loving no right. Well, said the governor, the boundless, have a dip-a-dooba-down. Well, said the living, come and go, have a dooba-down below. Well, said your body, they're ready. You'll say your balls all sweaty. I'm gonna give it up and down, 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 and down. Well, baby, no, but no right. They said it's all along right with me. Well, I said it's all along right. They said it's all along right with me. Well, baby, no, but no right. They said it's all along right with me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, baby, no, but no right. All right. Well,
Yick. Whoops. Whoopsies.
whoopsies. That's why it's called practice. So that wasn't too entirely terrible.
There were some good moments.
Yeah.
Like
There-
when we ended and
When
Right.
now that the song is over.
no, I don't think it was bad.
No, I mean it's brand
Pretty good
new.
for not playing it. For,
Yeah, we remembered where the changes were. We didn't play them properly, but we remembered they were coming.
that's right. And
So-
that's how you practice.
That's half the battle right there. So yeah, so the working title is when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes, but I'm sure that will change.
I don't know. I think
That's a
one of the
good-
goals for this album should be we should have ridiculously long song titles,
That is
right?
Yeah,
Could that all be the song title?
yeah,
Like-
or that could be the album title.
The working title
In
of the song
parentheses.
is, if someone asks you if you're a god, say yes, but that will probably change. Well, I don't know. Maybe we could make this goal for the album to have really long track names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and then repeat it when
Right.
right.
Right. This whole interaction.
Yeah. I think that'll work.
Each
Yeah.
title is like a
Yeah.
paragraph long.
Right.
Right.
Written in very small type.
Yeah. So what we can do is we can just have like a 5 or 6 song EP,
Right.
but then we'll have to have a special like triple gateway fold out
For all the song titles.
Yeah,
Right?
just for the
Yeah.
title.
And they'll be like when somebody if somebody purchases an actual a disc
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
get the fold out, they'll be like, "What the fuck? There's only 5 songs on this."
Yeah.
There will be less words in these songs
Than in the titles.
Like the lyrics will be.
Because
Yeah.
we're only going to have songs with 19 words.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yep.
like the Beatles.
But the song titles will be 19 words.
There you
Oh.
go.
Oh,
That's something to strive
yeah,
for.
that's
Yeah.
one for Sir Paul. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we
Who's
go.
still
We're getting
kicking.
inspired.
Still kicking, Sir
Still
Paul, and
inspired by
still
Paul.
rocking.
Yep.
Rocking out. So, okay,
Yes.
that wasn't too bad. It's time for Get to Know Ya. All right.
Yeah.
So I don't have my phone on me, so Doug, pick a number between 1 and 10.
5.
Okay.
Oh, that was directly between.
Yeah.
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 This one's not a real earth shaker, but what was the most recent concert you attended? Now, attended as a spectator, not as a musician playing on stage.
Well, I went first last time. So
Okay,
one of you-
Andris, what was
Oh.
the most recent concert you attended?
Oh man, that's a great question. I think it might have been 311 at Bogart's.
Oh, yeah.
I think that might have been the last actual concert that I went to as a spectator. And it was cool. I've been listening to them since I was a child. That was one of
Yeah.
my first shows.
Yeah.
Also, when they were on the Transistor tour, and I got to meet Nick and Essay after the show.
This time or when you were a
Yeah,
kid?
this time.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and I was super weird, like always.
You were super weird?
Yeah, I kind
Yeah.
of like. Well, I don't know. I feel like most of the time when they're like when I meet larger musicians or like
Yeah,
people
rock
who are
stars.
influential
Yeah.
on me, to me,
You get,
like
You fanboy out, huh?
well, I don't know. I try not to, but yeah, a little bit,
Yeah.
I guess. But it's funny because like there are a number of like famous musicians that I've met where it's kind of like, oh, whatever. Like
Yeah.
I get it. Like it's just people.
Yeah, like
who
you
have
toured
different
with
jobs.
fucking
Yeah, Matt
Freeman, yeah. From
And,
Rancid, all you out there.
and DJ Bonebreak from X.
Yeah.
And Rob Malucky from the Huns.
See, so these are big name rock stars. Now, I don't know. Rancid's pretty fucking big, I would think. But
They are.
311's probably had a couple. I don't know. Have they had bigger hits than Rancid back in the?
I
The
feel
day?
like they're still popular. I don't
Yeah.
know. Rancid's pretty big still.
Yeah.
Also.
I mean, Rancid's legendary.
Probably just
but
depends on what crowd you're
yeah,
drawing.
yeah.
It
To
depends on
us,
what you're
or at
into.
least to me, since I really like punk rock a lot.
Right.
Rancid,
Well,
mean,
I first started playing music to Rancid. Like
Yeah.
my bro played guitar and I played snare drum once I had it.
And
But
penny whistle.
before that, it was upside down popcorn tin.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, like you just play whatever's around and
Yeah.
fucking.
And weren't we gonna do?
But
What was our? We were gonna do like a reggae version of.
Rude Hot Rebellion.
No,
Or
it was
what?
like Time Bomb.
Black
Oh
shoes,
yeah,
black
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Cadillac, yep. Boys, a time bomb.
yeah.
So,
But
Do that.
in true Red Hot Rebellion fashion, we've turned Andres' story into something about
Yeah,
us and
which is
left him
fine.
in the dust.
no, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it was funny. So that week, I saw 2 shows. I saw Guar
Wow.
before that, and
Yeah.
I talked to their Brett Ferguson.
Yeah, who's
Brent.
also in
Yeah.
the what is it? U.S. Bastards.
Yeah,
who-
and
who-
all the bastards were there, so I
that's
talked
cool.
to those dudes,
Yeah.
and they remembered us.
That's
so
awesome. Yeah,
Aw.
we've
Yeah, I
played
was-
with the Bastards.
I was like, fuck yeah.
fucking great band.
Um,
Guar, obviously,
Yeah.
Right.
That was-
one of the
that was a
greatest
pretty
of all
fun show.
times.
But then I also talked to Matt McGuire, who's like one of the he's one of my favorite slaves. He's been around
Yeah.
forever, and he does like a lot of their art and
That's
design
cool.
and stuff. And I was
Very
like,
cool.
oh, that was really cool. And that was a really good show, except Doyle. Doyle was kind of a disappointment
Mm.
to me.
Okay,
Okay.
so that was your last 2 concerts.
Yeah, sorry.
Always get more than you ask for.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I think 311 was the last
Okay.
concert that I actually went to. Oh no. No, I'm way wrong. It was St. Vincent. That was the last
no
one
shit.
that I went to.
Okay. Was
And
that
that was a-
Riverbend or?
No, it was at the Taft Theater.
Okay.
And that was really good.
Yeah, I hear they're pretty damn good.
It was just Annie by herself, like doing a thing. It was weird, but it was very interesting, and she's an incredible person.
Yeah, that's multi-talented.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that was way cool.
So we got a threefer.
I can't remember. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Sorry.
I'm still trying to remember the last show
It's
I
hard.
saw.
Was it?
I have a couple
Foo
in my mind.
Fighters?
No, I think I saw Andrew WK
Oh.
more recently. But I think I saw another show after that. But that Andrew WK was just so fucking mind-blowing that
That's all
that's
that
the only one
matters.
that's stuck in my brain. That man is the party machine.
Yeah.
And boy, is he jacked. He's been getting bigger and bigger, like, since the early noughts, I would say. He is a muscle man. But, yeah, that was a fucking great show. It was nonstop partying
Hell yeah.
and fucking great musicianship. Amazing. Posy vibes. Like, just pure positive energy the whole fucking time. It was great. Smiles. Like, the last time I smiled that much at a show was Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh,
You know?
I love Weird Al.
Yeah, that's a fun show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think my last show was Andrew WK at Bogart's and the Nasty Natty, which was a couple months ago. I'm sure there was another one in there, but I can't remember because that one's stuck in the Gulliver.
Yeah.
How about you there, blind tone deaf Dougie?
I don't get out much.
Last 3 concerts.
I don't get out much. I was going to reference like local shows.
No,
I've been to.
that'll work too. I just
okay.
That's
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't been to a local show in a while that I haven't played.
yeah, me neither.
Right.
'Cause
'Cause
we're
I'm a-
that guy now.
I'm a real piece of shit.
yeah.
That's what I do
Support
these
the
days.
scene. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm old.
I want to
Yeah.
support.
Like
my
if we're
musician
not
friends.
playing, I'm in bed by 9 o'clock. No shit.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'm usually
yeah.
in bed around 10,
yeah.
10, 11.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I went.
Sorry.
Yeah. No. That's fine. I went to see my buddy's band down at the dart place. I can't remember the
Dark
name
Horse
of it.
Tavern?
No, it was Darts.
Darts.
We played there one
Oh,
time.
is it the
Giggles?
one that's right next to?
No, not Giggles.
Not
But
Giggles.
it's Tom's band. Tom
Oh.
Timmons' band, Stone Cross. I went to that show, but they were playing.
Tommy
at-
Tarantula?
No.
Which Tom?
Tom Timmons.
Oh, Tom Timmons.
Yeah, he's the guitar player in
Yeah.
that band.
Nice.
One
yeah.
of the guitar players, but
Multi-talented dude as well.
Yes,
Tom
he's
plays a
he's
bunch of-
building pedals now.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
like-
cool.
Yeah,
Like boutique pedals and shit?
like he's building boutique pedals, like and literally like getting stuff sandblasted and etched and like.
What's the name of his
That's
company?
a great question.
Well, okay, so you have 2 things for homework.
I'm gonna have to find out.
Find
so I
out
can
what
pimp
Tom's
it. Pimp it.
business is called and what he makes because we'll
Yeah,
plug
but
it.
his band is Stone Cross, and they
Stone
were
Cross.
playing at. Damn it. Anyway,
Darts are us.
Darts are us.
It's a little tiny place.
Darty-
There's dartboards behind
Darty
us.
McDartface.
We played there.
Where?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, not Hanks.
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 Not Hanks.
No, Hanks was.
That's a different.
Where is it? Whereabouts is it?
It's
In
Dayton.
But Dayton proper or the greater Dayton metro
Greater
area?
Dayton area.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Because Hanks isn't Dayton proper,
And we
so it's
played
not
there,
Hanks.
and I can't remember who we played with that night. Which, sorry,
There are dartboards
It was
behind us.
Yeah,
That's not
That's
Hanks?
like their.
I think it's Hanks
like
Pub.
behind
Hanks
where
is
I
We
was.
played there with
That's
one of
down on
Dusty's
Wayne.
bands.
Yeah, we played there with Frank Grimes.
Frank Grimes,
Yeah,
which was a good band. No
that
longer together.
Fucking gig blew my goddamn mind.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was a fun time. Why?
Yeah,
Why
well,
did
just
you?
Because it was Frank Grimes and then the other band that Dusty was in at the time. Was it Ride a Tiger?
It might have been. Yeah.
I think both of those
Maybe
bands played.
that's-
And they were fucking great.
And, right, and Dusty, the first time, like for the first band, he like either, I think he played the drums, and then
Yeah.
the second band, he like played the bass and sang.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's that guy?
Who's that guy? Shout out
Yeah.
to rock and roll legend Dusty Pitstick.
Yeah.
Right.
Dayton rock and roll legend.
Yeah.
Lovely man.
Yeah.
Who's fucking looking good these days. Homeboy has
Yeah,
dropped a shit ton of weight
absolutely.
and like he's a personal trainer now and shit.
Yeah.
That dude's fucking rad as fuck.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And he has a Millhouse tattoo on his neck. Which
Yeah, which is-
I saw that.
Which
like,
is
the
something.
first time I saw that, I was like, I want this guy. I
Yeah,
love him.
I love this guy.
I love you.
You know, his band is, I think, playing tomorrow. Which band is it? Judas. I think Judas and Yikes a band, and someone else awesome. I forget where though. So this is a terrible story for me to tell because
Well, I think next.
I mean the internet will have all that information.
Yeah.
So
And then
so you were at Hank's.
I was at Hank's
For Stone Cross.
Yes, for Stone Cross, and it was awesome.
Okay.
And lots of metal
Lots of
Hell
metal
yeah.
dudes.
stuff, and yeah, that was pretty
Was this-
cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I think before that, I don't know. It's really sad.
It's been too long.
Well,
It's been too long.
We should go to a show.
yeah.
But that's the thing is
Fucking Descendants are coming to in
Yeah.
October.
Mhm.
So yeah, in fact,
Right.
I'm getting tickets. Like, I'm getting my tickets. Working on them tickets. Tickets.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to. Here's a fun fact, kids. Stephen Egerton, the guitarist of the Descendants, mixed and mastered our first album.
Yeah.
So bam, there's some punk rock cred right
you
there.
go.
Absolutely.
So I'm hoping to reconnect with him and possibly interview him for Idiots with Instruments.
All right.
Whether
That'd
that
be cool.
happens on the telephone or in person, I don't know, because I haven't asked him yet. So putting it out in the universe. So now that it's out there, maybe it'll happen.
Yeah.
Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
Right.
So
Was
okay,
it,
well, that was a good segment of Get to Know You.
Yeah. Right.
Now it's time for Awkwardness with Andris.
Oh, really? There hasn't been enough of that so far? How about the time when I told, when I said that I just wanted Dusty?
Okay,
That was
true.
pretty awkward,
Okay,
That was.
right?
That's-
It's kind of uncomfortable.
yeah,
I meant to
guess
say something else, but that's just how it came out.
Okay.
That's how it'll stay forever.
what time we got. So we want to let's play this rock and roll tune a couple more times, one more time, and get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
sure.
All right, let's try it again.
Okay.
I think, I'll try singing this one or mumble singing. Mumble singing.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I'm not. Okay, good point. Because it'll make the instruments tighter if we learn to play it without singing. Although, yeah,
Yeah.
you need to count. We
Yeah.
all need to count.
And the
And I can-
vocals may change, too.
They're definitely going to change.
Yeah.
Although there's the feel I think is there.
Right.
But yeah, they're pretty monotonous at the moment. Which a lot of our shit is, but. Definitely, I'm not saying any. I think I said something about my balls are sweaty. I didn't mean to. It just kind of came out.
Right. Because you pulled it from a real place.
Yeah.
Unlike Mozart.
Wow. That is a fun fact, everyone. Andris Divine hates Wolfgang Amadeus
I
Mozart.
don't. I really like Mozart.
One of the
actually.
greatest composers of Western music.
I like him a lot. I just...
Wow. Is it his wig? Is
No.
it the fact that he could play blindfolded and upside down when he was 4?
Yeah, I used to listen to Mozart constantly, like when I was a little kid.
A little burnout. Kind of like how I dislike the Red Hot Chili Peppers now because I had to listen to him so much in high school.
Maybe
Yeah, can't stand listening to him now.
I don't, but I don't mind.
But hey, I'd
I
love to
don't
talk
mind
to
Mozart.
Flea or Anthony Kiedis, so give us a call.
Yeah.
Hit us up, redhotrebellion@gmail.com, idiotswithinstruments.com.
Yeah.
Wait, did I say that right? Who cares? All right, going off the rails. Let's play some music. getting better.
I learned something on that one.
Yeah, Andres still feels upset.
No, I was not playing well either. But
No, but that was definitely...
I definitely fucked up one part pretty bad.
Yeah, that was definitely the best one yet.
Yeah.
Still far from good, but...
It's starting to tighten up some.
Yeah. Tighten up, pimp!
Tighten it up, y'all.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
I would say that's a successful little rock and roll show, I'd guess, right there, huh? So
Yeah.
I guess that wraps it up for Idiots with Instruments.
All right.
Visit us online at idiotswithinstruments.com. Become a patron. Get cool shit. Or not. Who cares? Show's always going to be free. And like we say every time we sign off, Dougie, we say, keep it simple.
Stay hydrated.
Never play acoustic. Ever.
Bye.
Bye.
Idiots with Instruments is a Solid Arts and Science production. All rights reserved throughout the multiverse. Please subscribe and review the show on iTunes or your podcatcher of choice. Visit idiotswithinstruments.com for exclusive bonus material and to support or sponsor this show.